Winding among the Sierra de Cádiz Mountains and crossing the Sierra de Grazalema Natural Park, the White Villages route is a popular tourist destination. Perched on a high cliff overlooking the river Guadalete, Arcos de la Frontera is one of the most beautiful villages in Andalusia, Spain. Its center, declared a monument of historical and artistic importance, displays a typically Andalusian architecture. Strolling through maze of whitewashed streets, you will discover places of unimaginable beauty, while a visit to the Moorish castle will provide you with an insight on the Arab heritage of the whole area. This Spanish region is worth spending here a few days exploring the numerous Roman ruins as well as a picturesque drive that goes along the seashore, winding among small fishing villages and historical towns. Amalfi Coast was included in the UNESCO World Heritage List in 1997. This region of southern Italy is the perfect holiday destination for all those who dreams of spending some time in a corner of paradise, where the mountain merges with the sea, where the climate is mild, where silence is the only source of stress, where the architecture has been preserved for centuries, where fishermen and millionaires enjoy common privilege, the simply perfect landscape. This scenic route connects 13 towns situated so close to one another that they cannot be treated separately. However, they all bring their share of charm to make Amalfi Coast one of the most popular holiday destinations in Italy. Amalfi, the main harbor of the former maritime republic, Vitri Sulmer, famous for its ceramics craftsmanship, Conca dei Marini, with its emerald cave, Setara, fish lovers' paradise, Praiano, former royal residence, Maiori, with its medieval castle, the musical town of Ravello, Minori, with its Roman ruins, the charmingly medieval Atroni, Scala and its surrounding tropical forests, Furor, famous for its a popular tourist circuit. The 200 km long Ring of Caria leads its visitors on a fascinating trip around the Ivoire Peninsula. Drawing a circle between steep mountain slopes, sneaking through magnificent valleys, crossing countless rivers and lakes, passing by sandy beaches and cliffy coastlines, Ring of Kerry allows you to discover much more than the breathtaking beauty of the Emerald Isle. Sneem is a pretty village with colorful houses, ideal for a stopover. The 6 recently renovated thatch-roofed houses of Bog Village represent a unique tourist attraction. The whole route is dotted with historical Viagam stones, next to Beaufort, Ross Castle, and religious the stone circles, near Killarney, O'Connell Memorial Church, in Cahersiveen, landmarks as well as with outstanding natural beauties, the Blue Pool Nature Reserve, Turk Waterfall, Skellig Michael. A project that illustrates the power of the communist regime. Transfagresin is a road that crosses the highest Romanian mountains, the Fagras, linking two distinct regions of the country. Built on a military purpose, it is nowadays a tourist route popular with the locals as well as with foreigners who try to discover the mysteries of Dracula's country. Indeed, Transfagresin is the way that leads towards Poinari Fortress, the main residence of the Transylvanian ruler that gave birth to so many myths and legends. Besides vampire stories readers, Transfagresin is also crossed by all those who want to see some snow in the torrid days of August, by bungee jumping enthusiasts, by skiers and mountain bikers, as well as by those who a mountainous road connecting two Norwegian towns, Ndalsnes and Valdalen, whose construction lasted 8 years. The Trolls route was inaugurated in 1936. Ever since, it has been a popular tourist destination with people of all ages and of all nations. Thousands of vehicles feel every day the adrenaline level raising in their veins because of the serpentines this narrow road has. The road's curves, its steep inclination are not the only factors of risk. The winding route is surrounded by impressive mountains with royal names: Dronning and Queen, Kong and King, and Bisp and Bishop. It passes over magnificent waterfalls such as Stigfossen, whose waters one of the first tourist routes built in France. The High Alps route is the result of a tight collaboration between the country's authorities and the French automobile enthusiasts. In 1909, at a time when the car was just beginning to become an important means of locomotion, Touring Club came with the idea of building a road that would connect all the Alpine passes. Indeed, this spectacular drive takes you through 4 national parks: Van Wels, Ekrans, Guayras and Mercantour, and 16 mountain passes, the highest of which Iseren, being situated at an altitude of 2764 m. Following the winding road from the shores of Geneva Lake to the Mediterranean Sea, you will discover mountainous landscapes, magnificent valleys, authentic cultural features. One of the few man-made constructions that succeeded to emphasize natural beauty rather than destroy the environment. The Atlantic Road is a part of the RV64 National Road that connects the Norwegian towns Eid and Averøy. Built in 1989 and toll-free since 1999, this route is a popular tourist attraction, especially during windy weather conditions, when people come here to unique show provided by strong waves sweeping the road. The highest of the 8 bridges spanning this 8 kilometers long route Storsesund, it has a dramatic and majestic air. The road makes a surprising curve that gives an artistic look to the entire construction. Connecting several small islands, the Atlantic Road is a great way to admire the Norwegian fjords and the spectacle. The 3 scenic routes start in Nice and going up to the heavenly Monaco and to the Baroque Menton. They go along the same itinerary, at different altitude levels. The Low Corniche La Basse Corniche is the perfect choice for those who want to discover quaint fishing villages like Villefranche-sur-Mer or a charming medieval eagle's nest like as the Middle Corniche La Moyenne Corniche, however, displays the most picturesque panoramic views over the resorts that dot the French Riviere's coastline. Although more difficult to spot, the Upper Corniche La Haute Corniche is worth discovering for its historical value as well as for its great views over Monaco. If you want a more comprehensive perspective on the French southern part, start your journey inland and visit a few charming cities like this impressive route, whose name takes after the highest peak of the Austrian Alps, Grossglockner 3798 m, passes through tunnels, twists among flowering meadows, green prairies, wooded mountainsides and bare cliffs, before it sinuously climbs up to the clouds and to the eternally frozen world. Starting in Obersnäsfeld and ending in Franz Josephshof, from where you can get a panoramic view of the Pastors Glacier. This road, whose historical traces go thousands of years back, takes you by numerous landmarks such as the Fuker Chapel, an observation tower dedicated to the greatest Austrian optician Daniel Swarovski, and Nature's Museum free entrance, which displays an impressive collection of splendid minerals, species of plants, birds and animals that live in this natural reserve which meet. Built in the 50s during Germany's reconstruction after the collapse of the Third Reich, the Romantic Road became over time a legendary road. Winding through the beautiful scenery of the German countryside, dotted by medieval villages and Baroque castles, it is an item on many travelers' bucket list. They take this opportunity to visit the WRZBURG residence and the Fortress Marienburg, to taste some of the best wines at the local festival, to discover the charm of medieval Bavaria in Rothenburg ob der Tauber, and to admire the amazing natural settings of Neuschwanstein, Hohenschwangau, Hohens.